Coming to you live from my shades on. My eyes are puffy because we've been here for 3 days monitoring silk. I just want to show you the beautiful view. Check it out. We're at NYU Langone on 34th Street, and this is our view from our 17th floor private room on the epilepsy ward. You see the traffic down there is starting to pick up. You see the city over there. I'm getting ready to share with you. You see, and we're watching Martin. Silk is watching Martin. There she is having breakfast. She had a pretty nice evening. So I just wanted to come on and talk to you about epilepsy. And oh my God, my eyes are really killing me. Let me put my shades on so we can feel a little bit better. Okay, there we go, because we purple New York. So anyway, there has been some things going on. Oh, please press the like button. I'm learning all this YouTube stuff. But press the like button, subscribe to Silk's Images in the Zone. And join us in some of our conversations. I don't know how to, I'm learning this. Join us in some of our conversations and events that, upcoming events that are coming on. And like I said, I'm just learning this YouTube thing, but this channel is basically geared towards health and wellness and informative information pertaining to people that live in the world of different. And hoping that I would get a following of parents that is living the life that I am living. They're doing a lot of work in here, so please excuse the noise. And Silk is watching Martin and having breakfast as we're getting ready to check out. It's been an interesting 3 days. Although from our Facebook pages and all of our posts, a lot of you see some of the activities and adventures that Silk and I. We've got a lot of noise. Anyway, we'll give him a little break here. But Silk and I. We're gonna give him a minute. Come in the room. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Happy Free Your Mind Freedom Friday. This is Miss Lacey coming to you live. I have my shades on because I've been here for 3 days and I haven't really had any sleep. And you see my eyes are like really. The sun is beautiful. It's beautiful. This is such a beautiful view. I did a little bit of work in here. So we just want people to come into the room. Good morning. Hey, how you doing? Oh, they're coming to get blood pressure and all that stuff. We're good this morning. Anyway, let me introduce you.
Somebody's going home today?
Yes, somebody's going home today.
Wow.
That's cool. It's exciting, right? Yeah. So let me introduce you to Miss Suede. While Silk gets her blood pressure. We're going to introduce friends to Miss Suede. Oh, here is Miss Suede. Miss Suede, say hi. This is Miss Silk's twin doll. She looks just like her. It's her turn to go into the hospital now because she has some repairs that she needs to be done on her, and get her hair done and everything. And yes, the My Twin Doll Company gives you an appointment for when a bed is available, just like NYU, and you send your doll in a special box. And this was her last hospital robe that they put on her and sent her back home in. And not only did they send her back home in a hospital robe, they sent her back home with all of her records as to what they did to her, how they fixed her up and stuff like that. And, that she's healthy and she's in good condition now, because sometimes dolls get really beat up. So my twin, mytwinn .com is better than the American Doll because they make the dolls look just like you. I even have a doll, a My Twin doll, that looks just like me. So this is Miss Suede. Miss Suede, say hello. Say hello, how are you? I've been here. So I've been here with my sister girl, taking care of her. They're getting some blood pressure now. And she's gonna finish eating. Could you just close that door? Thank you. Go ahead, finish eating, Silk. So we won't interrupt her. But anyway, what you see on our heads is a head wrap, because when you come into the hospital for monitoring, you have to get your head done, and I'm going to show you. Silk. Silky, do you mind if I show them your head? Silk has, you can see on her head, they have to put different kinds of wires on her head to monitor her brain, to see what kind of activity is going on during the day and while she sleeps, because she has a lot of activity while she's sleeping. And then she's hooked up to a box that's down there. You see that box with all the wires? Let's see if we can find the wires. These are the wires that, let's see. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Those are the wires that are hooked up to her head. And they're monitoring her on the computer. There's always someone watching 24/7 to monitor different activities during the day. Is this recording? I don't know. Is it recording? I don't know. I don't know if it's recording. I'm trying to figure out if this is recording because I pressed the button. Oh yes, it's still recording. So what we were experiencing is, even though Silk is very, very happy and she's very engaged, and this view is beautiful. Oh my God, this view is so beautiful. It's a shame we have to be in the hospital to have this view. But anyway, let me show you this view. I'm sorry. Let me show you this view. Look at that. That is just so beautiful. That is New York City. Look at the ships. I don't know what's going on. I hope I didn't touch anything. Oh, sorry. Look at that. That's the ferry, the boat ferries that are taking people back and forth by water. So we have by water, by land, by mass transit, and the sky looks kind of beautiful. Okay, so I will focus back now with you guys. Like I said, this is all new to me, so I'm just learning how to navigate YouTube and all that. So please bear with me, and you will get raw stuff from me, because I'm not going to even try to play like I got it going on, because I don't. But I'm learning, and I would really like to, get a lot of subscribers, especially people that feel that they are different on any level, and don't feel that they get the acceptance or the respect that they're supposed to get because of their differences. I know I'm different, and I really don't care. People can step off, because I have a tendency of just like blocking people real quick. I delete folks real quick. I just don't have the time. But anyway, I would stay here in the hospital. Getting back to the epilepsy, I would stay here in the hospital is I've been noticing some behaviors from Silk that are very concerning to me, and my main goal for Silk is to be happy and be able to function without being stressed out. And unfortunately, the problems that I've been dealing with, I had a feeling of where they were coming from, but I needed to make sure, and hear it from other people as to what is triggering these little episodes of staring and clenching and hitting herself and stuff like that. Things that you guys don't see when we're doing live or whatever. Sometimes you see it. And this is why I have to keep Silk happy and busy, because of the things that we endure um, off camera, meaning my management. I've been in housing court dealing with my management for a long time. They're very crooked and corrupt. And I'm like one of the only tenants in the building that fight, because this is my home. This is her home. And, it's not gentrification at all. It's nepotism that's going on over there. So they want, they don't do repairs, and, constantly in court, dragging Silk to court, dragging her here, dragging her there. And those kind of things are very, very negative because she's not comprehending what I'm comprehending. And she's not liking when mommy gets tight. Because mommy gets tight, I got horns that come out and all kinds of different personalities come out. Because my job is to make sure that I protect my daughter, that I am fulfilling and receiving my tenants' rights. You get my money, you need to do what you need to do to make sure that I am comfortable in my home. Unfortunately, they don't do that. It's because I press one for English. That'll be a whole nother episode. And I fight them. I fight them on everything. I'm in court with them all the time, but I'm dragging Silk. I'll give you an example that in April, even before April, we had, people need to realize that when you live in public housing or residential housing or private housing or whatever, and you have a management and you have supers and stuff like that, they are required to do certain things. A lot of tenants don't know about those certain things that they need to do because they're just so happy to have an apartment. I'm not just happy to have an apartment. If I pay my rent, I want to live comfortably. And I want my daughter to be comfortable as well. So our radiators needed to be bled because the radiators shoot out steam. You can hear it. So if you guys hear steam like in your house, you need to get that checked. So they can, change the valve so that steam is not shooting in your apartment. And the reason I say that is that a lot of my stuff that I have hanging on my wall is black because the steam is shooting out, the soot from the boiler and stuff like that in my apartment. So you got to keep the windows open a little bit sometimes, or constantly clean the walls and stuff like that. So I've made that report maybe 2-3 years ago. I've been in court. They've had stipulations for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. They've never followed the stipulations, but they want their rent. And if you don't pay your rent, they'll take you to court for non-payment real quick. But regardless of the stipulations that were given in court, it doesn't really matter. And then they have these attorneys. They're attorneys that come in and want to badger you and talk about how bad of a tenant you are and that you're not this, we want the apartment because she's this, that, and the other. And that's just like a way of, trying to make you look like you're a bad tenant because you took them to court. Some people give up, mainly our people, because a lot of our people lost their apartments in our area. A lot of our people. Because they didn't know their rights and they didn't know how to fight and they felt that it was a bit too much. I don't feel it's a bit too much because I love my apartment and I love where I live. So anyway, in Silk's bathroom, because Silk has her own bathroom, the steam was coming out of the pipe, and I called the management about a year ago to tell them that the steam is coming out. And we just painted her bathroom. It was really nice. She got all new curtains and stuff like that. But the steam was coming out and it was causing the walls to get wet, just a little bit. And there was a lot of noise at night. Mainly it was a lot of noise. It wasn't so much that the walls were getting wet, it was a lot of noise at night for her to try to relax and go to bed. So I've taken pictures, the whole bit. So eventually in April, which is about 4 months later, they send a stooper to fix that pipe. So he comes in and he takes the pipe, he takes the little valve off, and he puts another valve that is not appropriate for that particular pipe. They did that to a couple of my other radiators. Long story short. So when that valve was put on, that valve shot out a lot of steam, a whole lot of steam, to where the bathroom became soaking wet. The walls, the ceiling, the carpet, everything became soaking wet. All of her pictures, everything became soaking wet. So I called him and told him that this is, the stupid that you sent didn't know what he was doing because he put the wrong valve on that thing. To make a long story short, Silk has a routine, and for those of you that are familiar with our differently abled, or just anybody in general, people have routines that work for them. Silk has a routine that works for her because her room is right next to her bathroom, so she knows how to go to the bathroom and do the things that she needs to do and be in her space and be somewhat independent without mommy having to be all in her grind all the time. She's 27 years old. She wants to, try and do things on her own. Well, this valve that they put in her bathroom destroyed her whole bathroom. This was April. I have pictures and I took it to court and they got stipulations to fix it, never fixed it. We are in November of 2019. Silk has not been in her bathroom since since January of 2019. Her door is closed, there's a note on it, cannot use, and you have to say these things to her so she can understand. But her program has been interrupted. Her lifestyle has been interrupted because now she has to come downstairs to go to the bathroom. She has to come downstairs to wash. She has to come downstairs for everything. So her routine that works in her mind was disrupted. Hearing me fight all the time on the telephone or going to court, and then not having hot water for almost a year because the super broke the boiler. He doesn't know what he's doing because he just got a free apartment because his brother's a super. And they bring their family in from the Dominican Republic and they get jobs as supers, and they're just happy to have indoor plumbing. That's all I'm saying. But when you start making my life a living hell because of the way my life is set up and the way Silk's life is set up, we have problems. We have problems, and most people feel that you should just be quiet and not complain, and that's just the way it is. No, that's not the way it is. So anyway, to make a long story short, this has caused Silk a lot of regression. It's caused her a lot of difficulty, and because her routine is messed up, and for a week maybe your bathroom out of control or you can't go in your bathroom, that's cool. But for almost a year, her routine has changed, and it's taken me a long time to get her to feel comfortable to go in, to do things on her own in the space that she's comfortable with.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Joey. I'm with EEG. I'm here to take the electrodes off.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Silky, that's cool. Well, I'm going to have to continue later because they're going to take the electrolytes off because we're going home. But we'll continue. Talk to you later. Peace.
You ready to get all this off? I'm sure it's going to feel good to get it off.
Yeah.